Hey Juventini, welcome back to the All Juve Cast channel. I'm Alberto. Today we're going to talk a little bit of news because there's not much out there today, of course, with the Euro 2020 final, which I will talk about on this episode, but we will cover the little bit of news that came this morning. Thanks for joining us on Juve today. All right. So, like I said, there's not a whole lot of news today surrounding Juventus, and obviously that's because of all the hype surrounding the Euro 2020 final between Italia and England. And right here on this channel, the All Juve Cast, we are going to be hosting a live shortly after this video comes out. So make sure if you're checking this video out, you get over to the live as well as soon as you're done. Okay. And also, like this video and subscribe to the channel. But in terms of Juventus news, we have Atletico Madrid letting it be known that there was interest in Rodrigo Bentancur. They wanted to work a swap deal, and Allegri was the one that froze this deal. Okay, so he froze the deal, wanting to keep Rodrigo Bentancur. Of course, Atletico has some great talents that could have helped Juventus a lot. Bentancur's a funny one. He had a fantastic season under Sarri, and then obviously last year was not his best. Out of position, inconsistency, whatever you want to call it. It wasn't a strong season by Bentancur's behalf. I want to know, with Bentancur's deal being frozen to Atletico Madrid, is Bentancur a player you would see Juventus move, or where do you think he ends up? I've seen some tweets on social media and whatnot saying that they think eventually Rodrigo Bentancur will be one of the top midfielders in the world. I myself am not so sure I see that. I do see it a good to strong midfielder, but I want to know, where do you think that ceiling ends for Rodrigo Bentancur? Would you have frozen the deal, or would you have made a swap with Atletico? Interesting one with Bentancur. Always see a lot of fans' decisions split on this kid. We got to remember, he is a kid. Still very, very young player. Okay, but Bentancur, that's the news surrounding Bentancur. Milenkovic from Fiorentina. We know Juventus has shown interest in him. The price tag's very low, and that's because Fiorentina is essentially trying to avoid losing Milenkovic on a free in the future. So Tottenham and Juventus are the two clubs that are in on Milenkovic. We're going to be following that one, of course, to see what ends up happening. I think, obviously, a lot of the things we talked about prior, yesterday especially, Juventus needs sales. They need sales before anybody really comes in. We know Locatelli deal does not matter in terms of sales or anything, but outside of that, guys are going to have to move. Speaking of guys that are going to have to move, Aaron Ramsey, the news out of Ramsey's camp is that he is not interested in leaving. So if the player himself wants to prove himself under Allegri and has no desire to leave, it's going to be next to impossible to move him. All right. So, and that's one of the guys that came in on a free, obviously, he and Rabiot, that you would be looking to move because it would all be capital. Not going to happen, which obviously starts to bring chances down of making any moves outside of Locatelli. Guys are going to have to move. The deals just aren't there right now. So, yeah, could be a very, very brief mercado for Juventus the way it's shaping up. We will have to see what develops. All the priorities remain the same. Priorities are extending Juan Cuadrado, extending Chiellini, extending Dybala, and bringing in Locatelli. Those are the main priorities as of this time right now. Cuadrado and Chiellini expecting this week coming up for sure that those extensions will happen. Dybala should happen around the same time as well. Might be a little bit longer. And Locatelli, another meeting this week scheduled between Carnevali and this time Cherubini and Arrivabene. So hopefully that gets wrapped up pretty quick too. But that's it surrounding Juventus, everybody. Let me know your thoughts. And of course, jump on that live for the Euro 2020 final. We're doing a match day live here at the All Juve cast. And it's the anticipation's killing me. I barely slept last night. I want the Azzurri to take this one so bad, and this game could go a lot of different ways. A lot of hype surrounding it, and rightfully so. You have two teams battling for their apparent destiny. Will England get there first, or will the Azzurri cap off an incredible run after missing out on the last World Cup? Who knows? What do you think's going to win? Drop your predictions in the comments on this video, but make sure you get over to the live and join the discussion. Ciao tutti. Enjoy the Euro 2020 final. I'll be back tomorrow with more Juventus news. Forza Juve, fino alla fine, and Forza Azzurri. Ciao.